do you need an EPK? Controversially, no, you don't. And to caveat that, you don't as a new independent artist. So I guess really let's unpack what an EPK is first. So EPK is your electronic press kit. Now, 10 years, well, definitely 10 years ago, but 5 years ago in particular, an EPK was considered quite important. It would host things like your pictures, your contact details, any biography type stuff, maybe snippets of video, anything that was kind of an asset to your promotional campaigns, your marketing, particularly when contacting things like blogs or, to a lesser extent but still pertinent, radio and any other kind of third party promotional organization, individual in that side of the industry. So they were great, they were very useful, and they were effective at presenting a kind of one-stop shop to go to for things like those assets I mentioned, like pictures of you, a little bit of information about you, that sort of thing. But what's changed? So the landscape has changed phenomenally. It's unrecognizable even 5 years ago. And an EPK often simply is just too much work for very little return. And let me kind of talk a little bit more around that. So often you found EPKs that were quite large digital files. They had high-res images embedded within them. They had a lot of design thought, different forms of biography, lots of different information. And they took a long time, often, for most people, they took a long time to create. Now, today, people don't tend to invest that much time in that level of information early on. And that's really key. It's early on. If you're an established artist and, well, basically you've got a lot of stuff that's happened, an EPK can be a very useful document still. It still tends to be in association with other documents, other assets, but still can be useful. But for a new artist, it simply isn't a required asset. It's not useful enough for you. I can't remember the last time I was asked for an EPK, even with some of our established acts, that we don't get asked for EPKs. What we get asked for nowadays are one-pagers, which is kind of the name suggests what it is and what it does. It's a one-page document that hosts real key snapshot information. We have moved into a time, I'm sure you know probably better than I do, where information, news, images, media, visual kind of stimulus are instantaneous. Social media is peppering us with it all the time. So it means that we've had to adapt and change the way we communicate the information we want to communicate in a much more instantaneous, effective, easy way, to be honest. So a one pager. So let's take it back a little. A one pager. If you're a new artist, you probably don't need a one pager. I know, I've just said you do. You don't yet. A one pager comes a little bit further down the line. What you do need as a new artist, what you need to focus your attention on and invest your time in, is a press release, and then things like press shots. Now, the reason a press release is so important is that it's for each single you release. Yes, you can do a press release for an EP or an album, of course you can, but we're focusing on new artists. You're starting out, you're just beginning to release music, maybe you release 3, 4, 5 tracks. That still means that a press release is the thing you should be focusing on in terms of an asset, a promotional asset, a communicative asset that you need to create. And that's because the press release will hold information pertinent, very important to that release. It will probably include a little bit of your bio, but in context of, again, the press release and in context of, therefore, that single. It should have a quote from you. It should have links, obviously, to the song, private SoundCloud link, or another kind of private streaming service is fine. Make it easy for people. And then pictures, press shots. So whenever you go for a photo shoot, make sure you take loads of photos and then host them in something like a Dropbox folder that you can easily insert the Dropbox link into your press release, and where appropriate into the body of an email if you're sending an email to someone who you want to support your single release. That's pretty much it. Now, as you start to build momentum, as you start to build attention, as you start to build story, which is who's writing about you, who's playing you, who's playlisting you, that sort of thing. Where are people hearing you? Is it live? You know, you supporting big acts, all that sort of kind of real high level information and success and wins, if you will, story. Now, that's when you need to start thinking about building a one-pager. And that is, again, it's really straightforward in terms of the name says what it is. It's one page of information. Now, many people used to send these, and you still can, as a Word document or a PowerPoint, a kind of a static PowerPoint or a PDF, something like that. But with the introduction of things like Canva, I highly recommend making effectively a one-page mini website almost. So your link will always link to your one sheet, your one pager, but you can change the information in that one sheet, that one pager, as things start to continue to happen. So that means that it can be a fluid, dynamic, up-to-date document, which again, if you think about it, is so important, because if someone stumbles upon your link to your one pager and it's a couple of months later, you never know, that could happen, and some more interesting stuff has happened, well, you've been able to keep that one pager up to date. So you're as relevant, the information is as accurate and as new as it possibly can be within that one pager. And within that one pager, you should have a short bio, not some big war and peace effort about who you were as a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5. It doesn't kind of add anything in context of being a new artist. You need snapshot information, something that's interesting about you, that is going to be interesting to those third party supporters, blogs, radio, playlisters, that sort of thing. So think about that. Think about really stripping down the information as to what really captures people, because you've got seconds really to bring them in. And on that note as well, a one sheet, a one pager, they're kind of interchangeable. One sheet, one pager, same thing. You should have a bit of design. So maybe a background shot that might be slightly less opaque, so your text easily appears on it. That's important. But anyway, think about some design. It's got to capture the attention. And so an image is really strong to do that, of course. Or even a little video, if it can autoplay and you're doing a Canva thing, that again means that it's online, it's one click, and woof, the information's there. Think about that. What else is in a one sheet? So we've got the short bio. This is where you put bullet points of any of your significant wins. As I previously mentioned, any of the kind of real interesting headline stuff that's built your story. You know, has a big blog premiered your track, or supported you, or reviewed it, or featured you, or interviewed you? Has there been a big playlist uptake on Spotify or Apple? Is there really kind of significant live things happening? Have you supported a big act or a big artist on a UK, US, European world tour, whatever it might be? Those sorts of things. Is it the new soundtrack for a new Netflix series that's going to get a lot of attention? All these sorts of things need to be bullet pointed. It's back to that. It's grabbing people's attention early and really drawing them in. And those bullet points need to be 3, 4, 5 maximum. Real key things. Again, it's dynamic. If something bigger and better comes in, drop one of the bullet points and add that in. So you're constantly keeping your one sheet, your one pager up to date, accurate, and as exciting as possible. It's also useful to have some quotes on there. If you've had some big kind of third-party supporters, influencers, radio, press, anything like that, TV host or whatever it might be, If you've got a good quote from them that really supports why the person reading your one sheet should continue to think about getting involved with you, whack it on there. Make sure it's on there. Really important. You should also have your socials, of course. Why wouldn't you? Include them. Which again, make them obvious, make them easy, make them hyperlinked. So for the reader and the user of the one sheet, it's not just finding your handle and then having to search for it. Never do that. If you ever get asked to send your social media links, make it hyperlinked. If they click and can go there, it's a win. If they have to go to the platform, then type in your handle, even those two simple steps will be a barrier from someone actually doing it. So please keep them hyperlinked. Click and go. So socials need to be on your one sheet. If it's useful, if you've got big numbers following you, and it's not just a numbers game, people, it's not. Promise you it's not. Another video on that. But if you have got significant numbers following you, and again, it's instantaneously impressive or impactful for the viewer, the reader, then yes, put your followers in an obvious way below maybe the icon of the social media platform in question or the streaming platform in question. That's still completely viable to do. And again, that makes it easy for people to go to your socials and engage with what your content and what your presentation of your art and yourself is like on those platforms, and what's the engagement like as well. More important than just numbers, engagement. Little freebie there. So bio, quotes, bullet points of good stuff, socials, and fundamentally a link to your music, of course. But make that obvious. If it's a Spotify you want to drive people to, put your Spotify link on there, make it obvious. If there's some new demos coming up, or rather new tunes coming up that are high quality demos, do not just put acoustic guitar and vocal demos on your one page. It will not create the right impression. But if you've got a next phase of music coming up, maybe you're about to release a track in a couple of months' time, 3 months' time, whatever, include a private SoundCloud playlist link to maybe the first couple of singles, 2 or 3 singles that are coming up. Again, for the reader or the viewer, that's going to be useful, because if they're starting to think, hey, this artist is interesting, I want to write about them, or I want to playlist them, or I want to interview them on my radio show, or I want to consider them for a Netflix thing because their profile's on the up. You never know. These sorts of things are part and parcel of the consideration palette of that sector of the industry, sectors of that industry. So make sure you have an obvious link to good quality new music coming up, because that might just tip them over the kind of precipice of a yes or a no. It might push them over to the yes, let's get involved with artists, or no, they're not quite ready. So that fundamentally is your one sheet. One thing missing: press shots. Link your press shots in your one sheet. It's the same thing, a Dropbox link. If you've got a Dropbox link and you've decided, right, these are the 10 to 12 to 15 shots that we're approved of, we're okay with this, it might not be our favourite, the 10 of them might not be our favourite, but the 5 are, but we'd be happy with those 10 if they were to be used. Put them in that Dropbox folder. It means that, again, back to the viewer or the reader of the one sheet, the one pager, they have the choice. Press shots, click here, boom. They go one click, they can see the press shots, make them downloadable, and they can choose what shots they want to use of you. So there we go. That's your one sheet. Make sure it's digital. Make sure there's a short bio on there. Make sure there's some real key bullet points, no more than 3 to 5. Make sure there's some quotes from any early adopters, early supporters in the industry. Make sure there's your socials on there, and make sure there's a link to press shots. And that, my friends, will be your one sheet, your one pager. And I promise that will be a cajillion times more useful to you early on than an EPK. That comes later, much later. Hope you found that useful. Any questions, pop them in the comments below. We are here to help. That's our remit, that's our raison d'etre. You can check us out on the artistguides.net if you want to go and see what we do, a bit more about what we do. And yeah, thank you very much. See you soon.